A Goff sees himself as very much an orc's orc. Big, violent, brutal, direct, and utterly disinterested in anything they consider to be mucking about. The Goths go to war in huge hordes and trample their enemies into the floor by dint of sheer aggression. You had me at orc's orc. And welcome back to Green Tide 40K. I'm Jesse, and today we are going to talk about the Goff clan. This is my favorite clan, so I thought I'd just go over real quick why I like them, how I like to use them, and just go from there. Let's start with Goffs, no mucking about, their actual clan culture. Goths are the biggest, meanest, and most ferocious of their kind. They put little stock in cunning or strategy. Well, that sounds a lot like me right there. Preferring instead to simply surge across the battlefield in a roaring green tide. Once they get stuck into hand-to-hand combat, the Goths quickly overwhelm their enemies by dint of sheer violent ferocity. Each time you roll an unmodified hit roll of a 6 for an attack with a melee weapon made by a model with this culture, immediately make an additional hit roll against the same target using the same weapon. These additional hit rolls cannot themselves generate any further hit rolls. So what that basically means is that it's just like Daka 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 for your shooting. But in melee, we get the exact same exploding 6s. We get a pile more attacks. Now let's say with this clan culture, we use it on a pack of boys. Now, for easy math, let's say that this specific unit is going to throw out 60 attacks. With this clan culture, that means you're likely to throw about 6 6s out there, and each of those 6s is going to get you an extra attack. Now, your chances of getting a whole bunch more hits in there are very high, but that's not the main reason why I like to use the clan. Now, it's a big reason, but it's not the main reason, mind you. Let's say, for example, on a war boss, his stock comes with 4 attacks. Now, if you're rolling those 6s, you're going to get an extra attack or 2 in there. Now, the other cultures are very, very good depending on your play style, except for once you get into combat. That's where, for me, it matters. I don't know how many times that I've tried other clans just for fun, and I get into combat and I roll a pile of 6s, and I was wishing I was running Goffs. So this is why I stick with it. Now let's talk about Warpath with this culture. On a squad of boys, you're already going to have, if they're all choppas, 2 attacks base. And then you're going to get a +1 for the choppa, and a +1 for having a unit of over 20. And then if you can cast Warpath on this unit, you're getting 5 attacks per model in this squad, with exploding 6s. This is a surefire way to absolutely overwhelm your opponent in attacks. And if you can get a Wa banner nearby, each one of these boys getting 5 attacks is going to be hitting on 2s. And if you can happen to have Gazgul nearby as well, they're going to get an additional attack for that magic 6 attacks per boy, per 7-point model. You are going to absolutely destroy whatever you put them in front of. Now, if before the beginning of the game, you did what I do and make a couple of these units into Scarboys for the bargain price of 1 command point, you're going to be getting all those attacks, all those buffed attacks, at strength 5. You're now going to be wounding Marines on 3. You're going to come up against anything that you want to destroy. Any sort of infantry or light infantry, you are going to wreck, face, and delete them off the board. Goffs are what melee is all about. They are my playstyle. They are so fun for me. I just love dumping a bucket of dice, and it's a great time. I remember the first time that I got to roll 120 dice into my opponent's Demon Prince, And the look on their face was just amazing. Yeah, no, 120 attacks. They destroyed that Demon Prince. You can only make so many saves. No, there's not a lot of AP, or no AP for that matter when you're talking about boys. But you're only, even if you have a 3-up save or a 2-up save, you know what? A lot of 1s and 2s are going to roll through, and you're going to make a lot of wounds. Goffs are an absolutely fantastic clan to play. Even if you don't play them for, if you just want to try them out, give them a go. You know, you might be a die-hard Suns player or Death Skulls. Who knows, right? And that's fine. If that's your play style, absolutely run with it. But give Goffs a shot just for fun. Play a fun game with some friends. Try them out. Roll all those dice. And just have fun with it. And if you enjoy it, fantastic. You know, and if it doesn't fit your play style, that's fine too. That's the beauty of all these different cultures. Is if you have a certain thing you want to do with your army, there's probably a culture in here that's going to do it for you exactly how you want. And Goffs just happen to be mine. Their fluff is fantastic. It's one of the things that drew me to this army. Orks are my only 40k army, and I don't know what I would play if they weren't here. I absolutely love them. The fluff is hilarious. I love how brutal and direct it is. It is everything and anything I would want in a 40k army. And that is why I have chosen Goffs. Some of the buffs you can do, some of the psychic powers. You know what? It's just a lot of fun. You get in there, you pile in, and start wrecking face. Or if you just want to have fun, charge a tank line and chip some paint. It's a great time. Thanks for coming in today, guys. I will see you in the next one.